Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an election prediction between Joe Manchin and Phil Scott. Phil Scott is a liberal Republican who I believe, not Phil Scott, Charlie Baker. Charlie Baker is a liberal Republican who is the governor of the state of Massachusetts. That could have actually been formerly held by Mitt Romney. There may have been a Democrat in between that though. And Joe Manchin is the Democrat senator from the very Republican state of West Virginia. So here you have a liberal Republican from a Democrat state and a more conservative Democrat from a Republican state. And these are, West Virginia and Massachusetts are both very far to the left and to the right in their own, parties. Anyway, before I begin this video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are at 424 subscribers, so we're one subscriber away from 425. Actually, he was preceded by Deval Patrick, so one person in between Romney and him. Anyway, yeah, we got 424, so let's get to 425 subscribers, which is going to be really cool, because that means we're a quarter of the way to 500. Or not, actually, technically more than a quarter, but on this timeline. Anyway, let's get right into this prediction and start off with our safe Manchin states. Now, Manchin is going to be very unpopular in the Democrat Party. He this is something, Charlie Baker isn't as well known in the Republican Party. Doesn't have that wide-ranging name recognition as Manchin because he's on more of a national stage. So Charlie Baker is definitely going to be at a big advantage here, and could definitely get a lot more Republican support. Manchin is going to get probably very minimal Democrat support, but he could get a lot of independent support. But same with Charlie Baker because he's a liberal Republican. But I just do not see Joe Manchin doing as well as, at all. But anyway, let's get into our safe Joe Manchin races. Safe Joe Manchin states will be the state of Oregon, Hawaii. I'll also include Washington. I'll include the state of Illinois, the state of New York, Vermont, Maine's 1st Congressional District, the usual solid Democrat races. Actually, I'll leave Delaware and all of that out. I will include Rhode Island, however. That is going to be all for the safe Manchin races. Safe Phil Scott races will be through the country. The regular races. I mean, this is just the usual Republican safe amounts. I just don't see him getting any more than that. Likely Joe Manchin races will be the state of California, will be the state of Delaware, will be the state of Colorado, will be safe for Joe Manchin. And he will also win. Actually, yeah, he will also win the state of Massachusetts by a likely margin, even though Charlie Baker is the governor from there. National politics are very different from state politics. And even Manchin running as a Democrat would be able to win Massachusetts by probably 7 to 8 points. Likely Charlie Baker races. These will include the states of Iowa. He'll win Iowa by a likely margin. Manchin could do a little bit better in that area, so I won't give him Ohio yet. I'll give him Maine's 2nd Congressional District. I'll give him the state of Texas. And I will give him the state of Florida. Manchin, of course, will not get the Democrat turnout that he would have hoped to have gotten in this election. Lean Joe Manchin races. These will lean to Joe Manchin. This is Connecticut and New Jersey, as well as, in my mind, actually, he would lean the state of Minnesota in his favor. He's popular. Probably he will be popular among independents and Rust Belt steelworkers. He's from West Virginia, coal state, pro-coal, and I think that he has that appeal nationally. Charlie Baker, these are going to be a lot. This is going to be North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maine at large, will all lean for Charlie Baker. So an incredible amount of states leaning for Charlie Baker in this prediction. And that means that he would go on to win the election. Joe Manchin would tilt Michigan in his state. Charlie Baker would be able to tilt New Mexico and Virginia in his state, as well as the state of New Hampshire. He is very popular in the Northeast, and Charlie Baker would be able to win there pretty handily. And this election is a very big defeat for Joe Manchin, and that is simply because he does not have that popularity within his own party to win a general election, even if he won the nomination. He would definitely not obviously get a lot of that Bernie support, and they would not come out to vote for him. They were very hesitant to come out and vote for Biden. Think about Joe Manchin. That just would not happen. So he'd have to rely on a lot of independents, and it just wouldn't happen with Charlie Baker. also being able to win over some of them as well, being from a liberal Massachusetts state. Anyway, that makes the final electoral count 322 electoral votes for Charlie Baker to 216. Charlie Baker goes on to become the 47th president, of the United States of America, serving until January 20th, 2029. With that, thank you all so much for watching this election prediction. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to continue trying to push out more of these election predictions that you guys asked me to do. Have a great day.